we've been having fun, I can tell you that. Stared out of the windshield into the rain so light. I put on my dims, somebody flashed their brights. Over, turn the radio way down low. Your sister cried all the way home. Lightning crashed and the road shone like a mirror. A dog came out of the ditch, then he disappeared. Conversation we once had on the phone. Your sister cried all the way home. How you got into such a mess? Why do the bridesmaids all have to wear the same dress? Everybody says you looked real good. I think you looked stoned. And your sister cried all the way home. Sister cried all the way home. Your sister cried all the way home. All
Well, I've always been a big lover of songs and songwriters, and when I quit drinking, I found myself with a guitar in my hand, and I just grew into a passion for writing songs myself.
Now, how long ago did you quit drinking?
July 13th, 1990. I had a restaurant over on Massachusetts Avenue near Berkeley College of Music for a little over 10 years. It was called the Dixie Kitchen, and it was Louisiana-style food, and that was actually opening night of that restaurant is when I got arrested for drunk driving, and that was my last drink, at least until now, 22 years ago.
And originally you're from Louisiana?
Right, born in New Orleans, raised in Baton Rouge, a Louisiana native.
After you, what did you do after you left the restaurant business?
Well, I sold the restaurant in 2000, and I moved to Nashville to pursue songwriting full-time. And I became completely focused on writing and performing songs. Well, tonight I'm going to be playing a song called Can't Find the Way, and I wrote that after Katrina, and it's a story song about a guy wandering around looking for home when he couldn't find it anymore. You know, he was on the street that he was born and raised, but it just wasn't home anymore. It was wiped out. Trains are a great metaphor for the comings and goings of the human heart, and hurricanes are a great metaphor for the comings and goings of the human house. This one came to me after Katrina. This is not my street. This is not my house. That is not my bed. This is not my town. Another day, another night. Another night, another day. I want to go home. I can't find the way. The levee broke, the water came, rose all the way up to my roof. I crawled up there and cried. What else could I do? Another day, another night. Another night, another day. I want to go home. I can't find the way.
boat took me to I-10. I sat there 3 days, maybe 4. 1,000 stranded on the interstate. Every hour, boats brought more. Another day, another night. Another night, another day. I wanna go home. We can't find a way. With nothing but our dreams and memories of who we've been. Scattered forth like seed at the mercy of the wind. Another day, another night. Another night, another day. We want to go home. We can't find the way. Another day, another night. Another night, another day. We want to go home. We can't find the way.
Here's what I can say about country music is that there is a divide. There's the Mason-Dixon line, and I think above the Mason-Dixon line, people's idea of what country music is very different than people's idea of what country music is below the Mason-Dixon line. You know, up here, people think I am a country artist. That no one confuses me for a country artist in the South. In the South, it's really apparent that I'm a folk singer.
Yeah.
Up here, because I have a Southern accent, people think that means country music. So it's a word that is defined differently in different parts of the world. There's a genre called Americana, which is a combination of country and folk and blues. It's really American roots music. An awful lot of us are identifying with that now instead of country. I'd be more inclined to call myself an Americana artist, which is based in American roots music, which country is a part of. But because country music has become so pop and so youth-oriented, I don't really relate to it anymore. And I'm a word person, and I love language, and I love poetry, and lyrics matter to me so much that it's just easier for me to call myself an Americana artist or a folk folk artist.
So I've noticed that as we go from town to town, people are saying things to me at the end of the night like, you seem a lot happier in between the songs and you're smiling and stuff. Then they give me this concerned look. And I know what that means. That means now that you're happy, does that mean your new songs are going to suck? I've done that myself to musicians. It's like, oh, look at that. They're all settled down and comfortable and happy in their little lives, and there go the songs. Well, just in case you were having that thought somewhere in there while I smiled twice, it's not happening. The songs are as miserable as they ever were. It's a weird life being an artist. There's paradoxes on every avenue. It's almost like you have to root against us to root for us.
Yeah, the story behind I Drink's not really me, although it's partially me. It's a story about a guy who struggles with his drinking and fundamentally just has accepted his fate as a drinker. And yet, I think as you listen to the song, there's a whole lot more to it than just that.
He'd get home at 5:30, fix his drink and sit down in his chair. Pick a fight with mama, complain about us kids getting in his hair. At night he'd sit alone and smoke. I'd see his frown behind his lighter's flame. Now that same frown's in my mirror. I got my daddy's blood inside my veins. Fish swim, birds fly, daddies yell, mamas cry, old men sit and think. I drink. Chicken TV dinner, 6 minutes on defrost, 3 on high. Beer to wash it down with another, then some whiskey on the side. It ain't so bad alone here. It don't bother me that every night it's the same. I don't need another lover hanging around trying to make me change. Fish swim, birds fly, lovers live by and by. Old men sit and think. I drink. I know what I am, but I don't give a damn. swim, birds fly, daddies yell, mamas cry, old men sit and think. I drink.
I think that it's very hard for artists who scare people to win anything. And yet, if an artist is not doing something to challenge people, it's not really an artist. It's something else. It's entertainment. It's Disney World. It's something else, which is fine, but it's not what I would call an artist. I think an artist's job is to challenge people and to say something. And if you actually say something, eventually you're going to scare somebody. And that type of challenging doesn't win awards. It's just not, we don't live in that culture. I don't want to sound so serious about everything. I fully appreciate being entertained. And I think that if an artist is not entertaining, then it's not interesting, and it's not something that's going to hold people's attention. So I think it's a delicate balance. You've got to be entertaining, and you've got to offer some hope and laughs, and you've got to have somewhere in there where people are having a good time. But also, if it's only good time, that's boring to me too. I wrote a line once: too many songs about happiness leave me sad, lonely, and depressed. That's kind of how I feel about it. If it's just false happiness and that fake cruise ship smile, count me out. You know, I need authenticity in any form, and that's just what I'm looking for as an audience member and as an artist as well. So that's my take on it. Mercy Now is a song I wrote when my father was getting more and more distant with Alzheimer's, and I wrote that also during the time when we were building up to the war in Iraq. And so also a lot of priests were being carried walked into courtrooms in handcuffs, and so a lot of these things combined into my conscious and subconscious mind and turned into a song that I ended up calling Mercy Now.
So I wrote this song on a bad day. I write most of my songs on a bad day, can you tell? I think this was one of those days where I woke up with that awful sense of entitlement. The first thing that hit me when I woke up was this thought that I deserve more. Why am I not getting what I deserve? It feels terrible when you think those thoughts. And fortunately for me, I have all kind of people in my life who can talk me down off of that insanity. Called my friend Bobby and told him how I was feeling. And he said, "Mary Gauthier, given the way you've lived an awful lot of your life, if you were to get what you actually deserve, you wouldn't want anything to do with that, would you?" Like, oh, shoot. Thank you. I certainly would not. And I hung up the phone and thought about it a little while. And it occurred to me that mercy is probably a higher spiritual value than justice. And that's where this song came from. And of course, if I want it for myself, it would be hypocritical not to offer it to other people as well. then the verses appeared. Well, my father sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor fall and rot slowly on the ground. His work is almost over. It won't be long, he won't be around. I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled to fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. My church and my country could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit, it's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country. They could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end the race. 'Twas another mushroom cloud. People in power, they'll do anything to keep their crown. I love life, life itself could use some mercy now.